Okay, this is closing notes for a karmic Leo with a, what are we going to title this one? Karmic Leo with a disowned karmic married Pisces, basically. Don't know, Shaman Tarot generating rules could be reversed, may not resonate. Somewhere a long, long time ago in a fairy tale far, far away. We're going on almost 3 years here, okay? This was already closed out after the end of the first year that you did this. How, in Heavenly God's name, do you think that tying yourself to somebody who's already married, a sacred union under the vows of God, a sacred marriage, they're both royals, okay? You keep thinking that the Six of Rods is fame and fortune, you were going to harvest all that, which is, it just means a nobility card. Two royals, two nobles had a sacred union under the eyes of God, okay? You thought that stringing him, who was already married, that you would have control over the Empress's powers and you would get all his gifts or whatever the hell you thought in your fairy tale land. You were in an illusion. Okay, when you strung him that night, he got disowned from God, okay? Yeah. So how could that string been tied to you all this time from the Empress then when the Empress doesn't practice witchcraft? Doesn't make any sense. So when you did that spell on him, he got disowned from God. Somebody marries the devil that night. That doesn't mean that you have control over him in a high priestessship. He sold his soul to the devil. Okay, that means he belongs to the devil now. Let's see, somebody marries the devil. Okay, names are recorded from the beginning of time. There's no magical broomstick that you're magically married to him. Okay, he married the devil. That's what happens. So you and your fairy tale land trying to put a stop. You thought you were stopping the sale of the house and hexing and cursing the house and had the Empress now because nothing was working when there was just a hold on it because he's married to the Empress. Okay, just to let you know. Anyways, wouldn't you think after you slept with him and not even 6 months later, he takes off down south and doesn't come back? How does that tie work? Does your imaginary tie go all the way down there? That's a pretty strong tie. And all the other people that he was flaunting in your face, and you still thought that he married you magically over a broomstick in the eyes of the devil, that he was yours. Okay, yeah. You definitely need some help. Psychological help, okay? Go to your PCP and tell them you need an increase on your antidepressant, your anxiety medicine. Nothing works. That means you need a medication change, okay? You sold everything. Now you're up all night because all your demons are coming, because this is all over. This is all over. Now all your demons that you tried calling in all are coming back to haunt you. So you probably got to move. Moving would probably be very good for you. Yeah, you thought that the house, he was going to come back home and you were going to move into the house. How? You don't have money to afford a house. So how was that going to work out for you? Do you know how much money a house is? No, you have no idea. So, yeah. You're too weak. How do you expect to clean a house? You could barely clean where you live now. How are you going to clean a 1,200 square foot house? Yeah, you were cut out. He was disowned. So you were just probably here it is, hexing and cursing yourself in an illusion. Over and over and over again. Justice already came in and you are in entrapment. So what do you want here? Here's Pisces. You were trying to harvest Pisces moon energy through sex. Somehow this brought you down to a page because you wanted the house and the relationship. Okay. And then you were rejected. You owe all this cost now to the crown and to the devil. Karmic lessons. Yeah, you're probably a karmic twin, we call you. When everything's always in the dark and negative comes back to you, that means you're a karmic. When nothing's working out, why would you keep doing it? Here's the completion here. It's all over. It's been over. Okay. And it's been put to rest. Yeah, you thought you were getting his, you were going to harvest his, because you were out of powers. You've already sold your soul and everything to the devil. So you thought you were going to harvest his through this imaginary jumping over the broomstick, but that didn't work out for you. He sold his soul to the devil. Okay? And got disowned in the process because he's royal. He has higher expectations. So you can take a leap of faith back to yourself. If you're on drugs, your hope and healing goes into your withdrawal symptoms. And if you're on drugs, you're definitely going to have to go get a medication change. You're probably on beta blockers as it is. So and then you do drugs on top of it, and then the drugs try and, you know, this was in reverse. I turned it over. Okay. Oh, you're on 2 beta blockers. Yeah, you're definitely got to go get a medication change, and you need to go and, well, you're going to be down in treatment down at outpatient at Whitbeck down on Forbes Avenue is where you need to go, where they have drug and alcohol, mental health on one. You'll have to go down there and do a drug test and a blood test. And yeah, you might be on lithium for another 6 months, something. Probably going to have to get on shots. Well, you're at the doorway here. You thought he had feelings for you because he had sex with you? Okay. When he was married. A divine, holy, sacred marriage under the eyes of God, like I said. Yeah, you're refusing to accept your lessons. That's on you. You need to go up your counseling to therapy now. You'll be in therapy now. So you need to be honest. If you truly want to heal it, you know, and, you know, get through the doorway, then you need to be honest with your treatment team. Yeah, you did it for money. You already have your money that you need to be living off of. That's what has been granted to you from God. Okay, now, if you were the one, you've known him practically your whole life, why weren't you ever together? Why didn't he marry you? Okay, you can think about that. Why all of a sudden, when he's married, all of a sudden he wants to be with you? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, you opened the door to the devil for him. That's about it, okay? And he only did it because he needed more powers. He was out of powers controlling the Empress. So, let's see here. And you were dating other people anyways. You had a choice in love, him and somebody else. And then something happened. You wanted to call him a liar, cheater, manipulator. He was married. Okay, they weren't even separated yet. They were still legally married in the same household. Okay, so you want to date married men, you better go and read the laws. I'm not going to go over it. That's on you to read the laws for people who are married. They were married. He committed adultery and sold his soul to the devil. Okay, because he lied to you and said he was single. Well, no, he wasn't single. Okay, they were still married and living together under the same household. Lots of married couples sleep in separate beds. It's a very common thing, FYI. Just because they're sleeping in separate beds doesn't mean that they're separated and single. Yeah. And now you got the burden because you're refusing to, you live in fantasy world. We understand that, but you're refusing still to learn your lessons here. And then it just piles up. He didn't do that to you. You did that to yourself. You caused all this trauma in your life on yourself. Yeah, you've been blocked from spying. Nobody told you to spy. You're not a spy. Okay, you got to deal with the lies. Okay? It was very clear that they were still living in the same household and they were married, okay? You want to believe lies, that's on you. That's not on him. You believed a lie. The devil, and you work with the devil. The devil doesn't tell the truth. He never has, never will. Anything else, please? Well, yeah, Yins did witchcraft together. You two have karmic ties on each other. That's on both of you. Okay, you're not entitled to collaborating with anything because you already have your stability. That comes from God, okay? So this is obsolete to you. You have some healing and strength and courage coming in. Yeah, why would he block all your love and stuff when he has moved on, at least slept with 5 other more people after you? Why? Stop blaming him. You two have a karmic tie on till the ends of time, till whenever that hex is released off of each other. Okay, lifetime after lifetime, you get stuck with that until you choose the light. And you're having a tower over this because you keep wanting to blame other people for your decisions. You are still responsible no matter what mental entrapment you are in. You're responsible for your own life. You have shelter and you have an income. You want to believe lies, that's on you. I'm telling you what you need to do. You need to get out of counseling and go into therapy, and you need a medication change. And you need to get off the drugs and alcohol and whatever else you do. You're having a tower over this, over romance, because everything's unfulfilled success for you. You're supposed to be learning how to take care of yourself in this lifetime. Sometimes that journey is being alone. Yeah, you're fighting the broken heart for whatever reason. You thought there's no love here on the table. You were talking to other people and you believed a lie. And now you two have a karmic tie on each other over love. You still have your cup of love. He didn't take anything from you. All you did was open the door to the devil. You had false hopes that you were going to get his king and queen. I mean, that's pretty powerful. You fighting a royal to get his king and queen powers, that you were going to harvest all that off of him. You thought you were going to get more powers. I mean, that's pretty powerful because you're not a full-blooded royal. Okay, you're just a demigod. So he automatically had you beat. And then you thought you were going to harvest the Empress's energy when you believed that he was single. So how is that going to work? You're very confused. You have movement forward and your strength and courage to get into your healing energy if you are willing to change. Gabriel is here. And you're already talking to people from your past. So I don't understand. What is your complaint here? This is not a complaint hotline. The devil released himself. You owe a karmic debt to the devil now. And you also, you put a divine block up so none of the backfires would work against you. And you coffined yourself. So, once you say yes to the devil, he's very clear, can't take it down. You said yes. And here you're visiting the night of the soul. Here's some light being shined on here for you. You have work to yourself of being honest and apologizing to yourself and working with the money that you have. These are your lessons. This is your purpose in life. Your future is bright. You're stuck at the crossroads. It's time to go. You're already talking to somebody. You're still talking, and he's married too. So, I mean, you need to go to group and meet people on the same page as you, okay? Goodbye.